It's starting to feel more and more like 2020 is going to be a lost year, and I know that's depressing. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. We want to stay as uplifting as possible, but I can't help but think that this is just going to be a year that is completely consumed by, I guess, what we're facing and well, difficulty accepting all of the stuff we can't do, right? And I was thinking about all of the graduates, of course, who are going through this rite of passage that so many of us share that experience with them. And we look back and we think about our senior years in high school and the year that we may have graduated from a university and recognizing that not being able to participate in not just the pomp and circumstance or the festivities of the graduation itself, but all of the enjoyment about going through a final year and feeling as though you've accomplished something. It's really unfortunate, and I do think there's a lot of empathy out there for graduates, both again college and high school graduates, and and then I'm looking forward at the year that's ahead of us and realizing that there's a lot more of that to come for all of us, and many folks have experienced as they've gone through birthdays and other holidays, Mother's Day just a few weeks ago, experienced missing things that really matter to us as a people. We've got Memorial Day coming up, and Fourth of July, and summer vacations, and summer camps, and swimming pools that won't be open, and it's again, I'm starting to get overwhelmed by this sense of loss and of what's not there. And if you're a hardworking American and you do your job day in and day out, and you sort of count on those moments that are special, that bring you joy, and the ability to take a little time off to, especially here in Southeast Michigan, enjoy this beautiful geography that we're a part of, and all the lakes and forests and woods and outdoors. And hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit of that. But there is this sort of ominous feeling that how much of this is going to be canceled on us. And I was thinking very personally here about a year that I spent teaching abroad in China in 2005. And I look back at that year, and while I learned a ton and there was a lot gained from that year in terms of just my own personal growth, I missed out on everything that happened at home. I missed out on birthdays of my parents, friends, and siblings, family. I missed out on all the holidays, and I also missed out on a lot of pop culture, and really, maybe in addition to pop culture, just things that were part of the general public consciousness at large. Certainly movies to some extent that came out when I was teaching abroad that I don't even remember. I've never seen, and when people mention them to me, I think, what's up with them? I don't remember that movie at all, and so I just am thinking about a lot of those realizations when I returned, reflecting on what I had missed, and thinking we're going to be doing a lot of that over the course of the next, well, who knows how long. I won't speculate because I'm hoping it's shorter than what I have in my head. But I do think there's some solace in the fact that we're going to be doing this together. We'll be losing things and missing stuff together. I also think that perhaps we can look forward to a year from now and some perspective being gained on what some of this stuff really does mean to us, right? Like being able to look back at the year that we missed and all the stuff that we lost, and then appreciate where we are and what we have to look forward to as we move beyond this. Okay, so I know that was kind of long-winded there, but it's been in my head. So I was thinking, again, to go back to this year that I had away from everything that came out in the United States, to one of the albums that when I returned, I thought, wait, what? What's this? And had to research this album a little bit and look back at it and try to experience it after it had come out. And that's one from Bill Frisell. So this is a great one because it's good, feel-good music during somewhat of a difficult time. An extended difficult time, and it's called East West. This is live music from Bill Frisell album, a double album that he recorded in New York and in LA. He recorded it in the early aughts, 2003, and he did it with Kenny Wollesen on drums in both performances. Victor Krauss was his bassist on the LA West album, and on the New York East album, it was Tony Scher doing bass work, and actually Tony chips in with a little bit of acoustic guitar as well on the track. So this is a really interesting one, and Bill Frisell is incredible because he is such an explorer of music. I mean, his curiosity and interest in music propels him through his career, and I think draws his audience to him. It's certainly one of the reasons I love him, because he's so enthusiastic and excited to take a guitar, and sometimes just on his own, or obviously in a band setting, and rework some of the music that has preceded him, and some of it that's been written by his contemporaries and peers. So East West is a good example of that. Actually, in the back right now, you can hear it a little. Isn't that cool? I heard it through the grapevine, Bill Frisell covering this one. That's cool. And I do want to step aside and let him play, and I thought I'd get him going in the back so we could enjoy it a bit. Oh, listen to that. He's something. I just absolutely love Bill Frisell, and his interest in music as an art is not overpowering his interest in music as something to enjoy ever. I mean, art doesn't always make you feel good, right? It doesn't always. And I think Bill Frisell, there's something just uplifting and wonderful in everything he's recorded. As soon as I say that, I think of a couple songs that bring me down a bit, but no, he's great. So let's do a different one so we can hear it sort of more or less in its entirety. I think that's a worthwhile exercise here, and it's also a song that's near and dear to my heart. And I have been interested in playing music that makes you feel good, that we can kind of get behind and stand behind and come together around. You'll hear a little bit of. There we go. We'll get this one going. This is Good Night, Irene. So we love the old school stuff on the Sunday Best. We play a lot of stuff from Leadbelly. I love this song. My mom's name's Irene, so it's near and dear to me. But maybe just to kind of put a pin in this for you instead of just rambling on even longer, this is really a chance to look back at an album that I missed out on, and I was, it was just, I didn't see it. It was out of sight and out of mind. And there's a lot that we're going to miss this year, and we'll miss out on. And we can't ever go back and get back our high school graduation, or get back our 4th of July party, or get back Mother's Day with Mom if we weren't able to be with her. But as those moments and as opportunities present themselves going forward and in the future, where we are able to be present and directly involved and in close contact with the people we care about, I hope that 2020 will allow us to be more appreciative of those moments and grateful for having those chances. A wise man once said that if the days where your gratitude outweighs your expectations are very good days. And I'm thinking that's helpful right now. So hopefully that's a sentiment you agree with. I'm going to let Bill play for you. Again, this is Good Night, Irene. This is along with Tony Scher and Kenny Wollesen. And it's for you today. What do you think? Nick Thompson here with 89.1 WEMU, and grateful for you, grateful to have you here, and grateful to be able to survive this and power through this and come out on the other side with perspective and appreciation and hopefully even more gratitude than ever. Go find you some Bill Frisell. I'm telling you, he'll make you feel better. He works on me. I love it. Good night, Irene, from East West. Mm.